Maybe Vlogs murder case by maybe guilty, maybe not.
Mehak Bukhari and 7 others, accused of murder and manslaughter. Trial day 15. From Leicester Crown Court.
Leicester Crown Court heard the details during today's evidence, which looked into the events of Friday, February 11th, when the Skoda Fabia driven by Mr. Hussein and Mr. Ajazuddin crashed into the central reservation on the A46, before hitting a tree, breaking in two, and ultimately catching fire.
It had been alleged that the car driven by Ms. Bukhari was involved in the collision, but evidence reportedly dispute that. The mother and daughter leaving court after their day in court is over. Ansreen Bukhari, who had a 3-year affair with Saqib, who was one of the victims. This resulted in both of these Bukhari women and 6 others planning an ambush which resulted in the murder of 2 21-year-old men. Both women looked worried as they hurriedly left court.
The car used by TikTok star Mehak Bukhari has no record of a collision that led to the deaths of 2 men on the A46, the court has been told.
The Audi had a crash box which records if it has been involved in a crash. The grey Audi TT does not appear to have any record of it being in a collision during the time it was leased to Mehak Bukhari. Sometimes we've had notifications when there hasn't been a crash. I don't find it will pick up if there was minor damage. It usually has to be a substantial crash rendering the vehicle undrivable, a rep of the company that leased the Audi has told the court.
Leicester Crown Court had been told how Mehak Bukhari's mother, Ansreen, had a 3-year affair with Mr. Hussein, who was 21. It is thought he was attempting to blackmail the family into handing him £2,000 in a bid to prevent him exposing the affair. An ambush was then arranged. Prosecutors said this plan was part of efforts to steal Mr. Hussein's phone to seize the images, with a meeting arranged in Hamilton. However, Mr. Hussein and Mr. Ajazuddin, who was also 21, fled after realizing it was a trap before they were rammed off the road and killed in the collision. 2 drivers, Rikan Karwan and Raiz Jamal, are also on trial for both murders. Prosecution have already told the jury that if one is guilty of murder, then they must find all 8 guilty of murder, as they were all involved in the chase that ultimately turned deadly.
All 8 defendants deny murder and an alternative count of manslaughter, and say they only wanted to scare the 2 victims. Today's proceedings and updates are next up. Please read on for the latest. Thank you. Today's proceedings are over or adjourned. We will be back tomorrow for day 16. We thank you for your unconditional love and support. We hope you will continue to support us.